Mike is directly live.
Really?
Alright, going live on the streams.
Okay.
Probably because it's doing straight, not. 30 seconds.
Make sure that this is the same.
It doesn't.
You can't. It does with YouTube automatically. You're gonna have to do like a custom URL.
20 seconds.
Yep. Oh, testing. Howdy.
10 seconds.
Howdy. Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here. We are live and alive. This is a live show from Smith's Cafe in Seaford, Delaware. Okay? So we want to thank the Smith family for sponsoring the show and having us here. We're here each and every Saturday morning. If you'd ever like to join us in person or be on the show or anything like that, maybe you've got a business or something you want to say, sell, or promote, look me up, let me know, and we'll see what we can do to make that happen. This is a weekly show called Weller Does Delmarva. I want to say a big thank you to Kevin Short and the team who did the show in my absence last week. And my wife Denise is here this morning, and in a little while we're going to reminisce about this unbelievable vacation we took in Nashville. So it would have been the time to have a Fitbit. I bet we walked 26,000 steps a day. So normally my Fitbit, I've learned if you put it on the dryer, you can really log some steps.
Wow, or the washing machine.
Or the washing machine. That's what I meant to say.
Right.
The dryer's a little slower than the washing machine.
Right.
So, all right. So that was the voice of the Colin Walls.
Oh, good morning.
The Colin Walls. And how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Y'all rested up now from your trip?
Rested. Definitely not rested, but
how was that, that ride up the hill?
It's a 3-minute. The ride up the hill was not bad.
Okay.
Okay, because you're sitting and you're looking down. It's a 3-minute, just so you know.
So you're going backwards?
Yes. Yes. So that wasn't too bad. You're just looking down to where you would crash if it broke loose. And there's actually, it's explaining how many brakes would kick in. And I'm thinking, yeah, but there's not a seatbelt one. So when the brake kicks in, it just literally throws you out the front of the thing. You know what I mean?
So how was
you're
it
on this
powered?
big. It was cables. It was really cool.
Okay.
And at one point, so there's one.
Cables never break either.
No. And they're changed every 3 years. All right. So anyway, what was I getting ready to say? So going up and going down, there's one spot in the middle where you go over and another one passes you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But if something were to break, it's most likely in your lane. Because it's one lane, except for that one section.
They probably have bumpers on them, though, right?
Bumpers. They might have bumpers.
No
but
hood ornaments.
But I was thinking, yeah, right. But there's a big propane tank right in the very front of it that runs the little heater inside of it.
Oh, okay.
And I was thinking on a foggy day, all the carbon monoxide fumes are kind of looming inside that little cabin. So, but it was very, very interesting. In other words, it was just interesting. But when it got to the very top, it started creeping up there and then locked and then went back down a little bit. You're like, phew.
Safety catch.
Oh, yeah.
Little slack in it.
Yeah, just to be sure the safety catch is awake. So it was good. You would like it. I'm telling you. You want a good trip? I highly recommend everything I did.
That's where you can see how many states from there? 30, 40?
No, it was 7 actually.
7, okay.
Yeah. But, they're 130 miles this way and 150, so I guess.
But you could see them, right?
Yeah, you could see them. Yeah, you really could because what you're seeing is a mountain. So, yeah, you could see it. So it was all right. It's wonderful.
But there's no labels on them. They don't have a big sign.
No, and they're not color-coded.
Right, because you're thinking Weller signs on all of them, right?
What was also neat, though, is when you're up in the mountain, when you're looking down, you see these areas that look like they're a different color green, but it's really just the shadow from the mountain.
Oh, right.
But it's neat to see how much...
Because the shadows, mountain shadows are different colors.
I guess. They were dark anyway. So...
Well, that's good.
Anyway,
sounds like fun.
It was a lot of fun.
to check it out.
I'm telling you, with kids, without kids, it's a great adventure.
Yeah.
Because what I really noticed was all these places you go and you're in a cave, and if you bump your head, you bumped your head. You bumped it against a rock. There wasn't all these signs and people warning you. And
Right.
common sense is if you fall off the balcony on the side of the mountain, you're going to get hurt. But
Yeah.
there wasn't any sign that said, don't climb on the balcony. Don't, we stayed in a cabin that was right there. And I mean, when you look down, it was down, And so
Didn't have a don't jump sign or anything.
nothing like that. Nothing swim at your own risk,
Right.
It was just, the floor's wet when you're near the waterfall. I could figure all that out on my own. So I just realized, but I was thinking to myself, they just haven't had enough lawsuits yet.
So right, you were
That's
having
all.
so much fun. You were noticing things that weren't even there.
Right. Well, they
That's
weren't
good.
even there.
Yeah.
Right. So, but the
That's
cave,
good.
I mean, this one thing you go in and you're literally 1,100 feet underground.
Wow.
And it has an indoor waterfall. And at the waterfall, I had Wi-Fi,
Really?
but nowhere else in the place. I did a Facebook Live when I was at the waterfall,
Wow.
but not. Oh, we're back on the radio. Okay. Well, anyway, we're not back on. We're on
Starting.
for the very first time, and it's. Did you tell me it's Billy there today? Mm-hmm. Billy, thank you very much. And we are live. This is a Saturday morning show called Wheeler Weller Does Delmarva. And so I want to say good morning to you. We're live on the radio. We're live at Smith's Cafe. We thank them for sponsoring the show. And right off the bat, our first sponsor that we should interview and talk to is Colin Walls, El Presidente of Wall Service Center.
Wall Service Center. That's right. Downtown Milford.
You're hosting the Bed and Bug Festival today.
the Bed and Bug. No.
What's it called? Bed,
Bug
Bed
and
Bug.
Bug and Bud.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I knew
nothing
he
about
knew what it
bed
was
bugs.
called.
Yeah.
I knew he knew what it was called.
Bug and Bud Festival. That's in downtown Milford.
And they've centered it all around your business.
Yeah.
Right.
They have.
Okay.
Well, actually, we are kind of right in the middle of all of it there. So we're not
You are.
open today because it gets really busy there. And so we just decided it's not worth trying to do business around because there's
Correct.
people in and out of our parking lot
That's
every
true.
day, or all day.
So you're taking the day off?
We're taking the day off, but
Okay.
we will be there first thing Monday morning, 7:30. If you want to give us a call, you can
Okay.
do that at 422-8110. But let's talk about AC Delco. So we are an
Yes.
AC Delco dealer, and that gives lots of benefits to our customers. First thing is the quality parts we use. AC Delco are good quality
They
parts.
fit. They work.
Yeah.
They're
yeah.
priced right.
Yeah, good warranties.
Warranty.
Yeah, nationwide warranties.
Parts and labor.
Parts and labor. 24-month, 24,000 mile parts and labor nationwide.
Mm-hmm.
And these are real like OE level parts. Original equipment is what OE stands for.
Mm-hmm. Good quality stuff.
Yeah, good-
Original equipment. Oh,
Exactly. So anyway, we've got this right here. So if you're watching on our Facebook Live or our YouTube stream, you can see I'm holding this envelope, and it's got the roadside assistance in it.
And
that
on my
comes-
trip, I thought about that.
Did you?
I just was nice to know I had it.
Yeah.
In other words, we're in and out of the vehicle, and I thought, man, if I lock my keys in the vehicle,
Yep.
it is good to know. I got a toll-free number.
1-800-AC-DELCO. It's even easy to remember.
Yeah, 1-800-AC-DELCO.
So you're going to get that free. You got it free, Jim.
With an oil change.
Yeah, you didn't get any special treatment, I'm sorry to say. You got
right.
it absolutely free, just like every other customer can get it absolutely free.
No extra charge.
When... Is that what absolutely free means?
Absolutely free. No extra. I didn't want him to think that your work cost more
No.
because you're giving this
Yeah,
away.
yeah, I know what you're saying.
Because
Right.
my mind went to that.
Right,
My
you're
mind
thinking,
went to
well,
that.
how much can I get an oil change for if I don't
If
get
I
that?
don't want that, right.
It comes free. There's
Right.
no extra charge. We didn't actually add in for
Right,
this.
nothing's added.
Right, exactly. So, but it's part of our AC Delco package. With us being an AC Delco dealer, it comes with it. It's 12 months. So whenever you have an oil change or anything above that, from an oil
Right.
change on up, you're going to get free roadside assistance. It's good for 1 year after that. So if you get your oil change once a year, which most people hopefully get it done at least that,
Right.
probably a couple times a year.
Yep. You'll always have one.
You're always going to be covered under this roadside assistance plan. So also we have our checklist here that we do, and you like this too because
do.
it gives you a visual when we get done of what we've checked and the condition it's in.
That's right.
So-
no matter what make or model car you have.
Exactly, yeah. So we check it out and let you know where everything stands on your car. So Wall Service Center, downtown Milford. Give us a call, 422-8110. WallServiceCenter.com on the web. You can find us there, all our information, or 220 Northeast Front Street, downtown Milford, right in the center of the Bug and Bud Festival today.
Right in the heart of it, okay? And it's not the Bed Bug Festival, it's the
Right.
Bug and Bud.
Right.
Bug and Bud
Hey,
Festival.
Jim, do you want to hear what's coming up today?
Let's
on your
play the
show?
collage. Here's today's collage, everybody. Here we go.
We good?
Yeah, play it again.
This week on Weller Does Delmarva, Jimmy from Weller's in Bridgeville tells us what's happening with trailer sales this spring. Al Frazier stops by with some stories of Delaware radio. Colin Walls from Walls Service Center has some suggestions for getting your air conditioning serviced before the hot weather arrives. Marguerite Bricker shares with all the details of the Mayfair at Crossroads Community Church. We are live from Smith's Cafe in Seaford. Here's your host, Jim Weller.
There we go, and that's Cool Bobby B. That's the voice you're hearing there. All right, now we are live. We're going to talk to my son Jimmy in just a minute, but in the meanwhile, I got a new sponsor. I talked about him a little bit last week. I'm very excited. It's a campground right off of Route 1, right across from Taylor's Marine. It's got a real short name to it. It's called the Yogi Bears Jellystone Park Camp Resort Delaware Beaches, okay? But anyway, I know it as the Yogi Bears Jellystone Park. I've been there. It's a great place to go camping, okay? So whether you own a camper or you want to rent a cabin, whatever, great family-friendly environment, pool, many amenities, things to do, and lots of activities, and they have themed weekends and so on and so forth. But listen to me. So anyway, I want to tell you something they have available, and it's a very, very limited supply, and it's a you snooze, you lose offer. They have, I forgot what I was going to say. They have, what am I trying to remember? They have,
Styrofoam blocks.
no. Yes, the second one got it right. Seasonal sites, that's what they have. I got my notes right here. I'm just too busy looking at myself. So anyway, I'm just saying, they have a rare opportunity. They have a few seasonal sites available. They don't always have these available, okay? People usually book them up, and that's that. So if you have a camper and it's sitting in your yard, and every year you say, I'm going to use it more next year, I'm going to use it more next year, I can relate to that. You can literally get a seasonal campsite right now. Now, this thing comes with water and sewer, of course. There's an electric hookup, direct TV, Wi-Fi. You have it's a very secure place. They have a gate, so it's like a 24/7 gate, but just not anybody can wander in or wander out. So it's a great campground. And the nice thing about having a seasonal site is you can just take your camper there, set it up one time. They have some campsites with a shed, so if you want to leave all your stuff there, or if you want an optional deck, you can do that. So there's a lot to it because you just can go there, turn the key, and you're ready to go. So what I want to let you know is if you want a seasonal site just outside of Milford in the big town of Lincoln, right off of Route 1, close to anywhere you want to go, what a great place to leave your camper. You've got over 20 weekends that you can do things, or you can go during the week. It doesn't matter. And the nice thing about it is if you have family members that want to use the camper but have no idea how to pull it or hook it up or back it in or whatever, this way it's there. All they've got to do is learn how to work the key, open the door, turn on the AC, and put the burgers on the grill. Okay? So anyway, it's called Yogi Bears Jellystone Park Camp Resort Delaware Beaches, all right? Real easy to find on Facebook. Look them up there. But I'm going to give you a phone number because when you call, I want you to say, I heard about this on Jim Weller's show, and I want one of those seasonal sites. In fact, I'll take two. I'll take two because I don't want any neighbors, okay? That's what I would do. I would get one on each side and be right in the middle. That way I could park trailers there and put for sale signs on them and all. No, you can't do any of that. But anyway, Yogi Bear Campground, here it is, 302-491-6614. That's 491-6614 if you want to talk about a seasonal campsite. All right? What a great way to get more value out of your time. All right? Now we're going to talk to Jimmy. Jimmy works at Weller's Utility Trailers in Bridgeville, okay? And he is a salesperson, amongst other things. And what's going on?
Looking to sell more.
Sell more. Okay. How many more is more? Do you have a goal? Do you pick a number and say, okay, today I'm going to sell 7 trailers just all by my lonesome?
You know, I used to,
Okay.
and it seemed like whenever I did, I sold less. And when I
Okay.
don't make goals, I sell more.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see that. If we're going nowhere and we don't track it, we're going to be somewhere. All right, well, I got that. So what is the hot thing now? I see we're selling some kayaks.
We are still selling kayaks.
And
the
a
sale
lot of-
just got extended.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. We did extend the sale. There is one thing, though. We're going to run out of them.
We are. We've
Because
already
there's a lot
started.
of them right now that there was only one or is only one left. And it's going to be frustrating for whoever calls from Wilmington and then comes down to find out, uh-oh, it's going.
Yep.
Because what's that called? No holds.
No holds.
No holds. So if you want a kayak, just give us a call. You went kayaking the other day.
Yeah, loved it.
Did you really?
Yep.
Okay. And where'd you go?
Went to Abbott's Pond in
Okay.
Milford, and then also Blair's Pond.
On Abbott, you just went out that little boat launch?
Yep.
Okay. What I learned, Jimmy, is when you take the truck and the trailer, don't leave it in the boat launch while you're kayaking.
That's good advice.
Right. In other words, the other night, where did we go? Griffin's Lake, I think it was. Now, here's what we need to know, Jimmy. This is like we could almost take a phone call on this question. What do you do if you're out in the water and it starts lightning?
Wave your paddle in the air. Make sure the lightning sees you.
And hold it from the end that's plastic. I was thinking. I was out there, and first I thought it was a herd of motorcycles coming along, okay? But it wasn't. It was lightning and thunder popping up behind me, and I'm thinking, what do you do in the middle of a pond? So then I had Brody with me, and I was thinking, we're going to get out and get in the water. We're going to turn the kayak over and hide underneath it.
That seems smart.
You know what I mean? It just kind of hang there and let the turtles nibble at us. So they would
So
think
is
it's
that what you did?
No, we didn't. We paddled harder. What I did was, see, he sits in front of me. I had him scoot back some. Boy, I got that thing up on plane. I almost probably could have pulled somebody water skiing behind me. I was clipping along so good. So anyway, so what else do you like? Do you like kayaking?
It's growing on me.
It's growing on you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You get to see some pretty sights in a quiet setting.
But you can only look at so many turtles on a log.
That's true.
Okay.
We saved one. It somehow
Oh,
bottomed.
come on. How's a turtle bottom
I
out?
don't know.
Was it not four-wheel drive?
I guess not. It was kicking and just wasn't touching
Really?
anything. Yeah.
And what, you went over and picked it up?
I just pushed it with the paddle and it went
Oh,
in the
with
water.
the paddle. Okay. Well, that was very nice.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm expecting a thank you letter from it.
Or a fine from Denrec for messing with the turtles. All right.
Sure.
So, anyway, but he doesn't remember what pond that was in. All right. So, anything else? What else you got going on?
We're selling a lot of carports. You know?
Why? Why are you selling so many?
I think because they got to wait for such a long time.
Okay.
Like a
You know, the
special order
problem with that
trailer.
is, the
What?
problem with all this waiting is the economy's good. Everybody's busy.
I guess.
Because no matter what brand of carport you order, you're going to wait.
Yeah,
Because everybody's busy. But we're selling a lot of them.
we are selling a lot of them and fancy
Some-
ones too.
Like big ones?
Yeah,
Okay, tall ones too.
tall ones. Yep.
What are some of the uses people are using them for?
One's parking a semi truck under it.
Oh, really? A tractor trailer?
Yep.
That baby's going to be 14 feet tall.
Yep.
Wow, okay. And is it all enclosed or they just want the roof?
Just one side.
One
I
side,
guess they're
okay.
putting it up against a building.
Okay. All right, that's kind of cool. And any others stick in your mind?
One I think's getting converted into an office. Has like
Okay.
a walk-in door and then some garage bays, and they're gonna wall in the office door or the
Really?
walk-in door. Kinda
This is
make
a
it an
very
office.
affordable way to build a building because, in other words, we have one on display that's like a two-car garage.
Yes.
And so it has like a side door, a couple windows, a couple garage doors, and you can literally buy. I think it's $7,000 or $8,000, something like that, maybe
Less than that even.
less than that. Okay, so it's a new, very affordable way to build a garage or just a carport, and like you're saying, somebody's going to build some offices inside of one, and so on. Because when we sell it to you, we order it. It's made with American-made steel, and it is assembled on your property.
Yep.
And the only thing is, everybody wants it yesterday. And I think you're talking anywhere from 6 weeks to 20 weeks, depending on what's involved. What are you smiling about?
I don't know if I'd say that 6-week part.
Okay. And I'll tell you something you never were involved in, but back in the day when we started in the trailer business, it used to take a year to order a trailer. Can you imagine that? A year.
I'm not sure if I can imagine that.
Now, we just got one in, the one for the Dover Police Department, and we ordered it in February. Oh, we weren't going to tell them it's in yet, were we?
No, we weren't.
We weren't. We're gonna do a video of it on Monday. But anyway, it's for the PAL. What's that? Police Athletic League.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, big trailer. Does it have an air conditioner?
Yep.
Air conditioner, rubber floor, vendor door.
Insulated ceiling.
Yep, and it's got this big thing on the tongue, a generator box. They're going to put a
box.
generator right on the tongue.
Has a
so
slide so you can get to the generator and
Yeah.
all the functions.
So anyway, we're going to do a video on it Monday, and then we're going to tell them that it's in. But it was ordered in February and just came in. So what's that, about 3 months?
Yep.
Okay. Economy's good. People are busy. In the manufacturing world, our shed people, our carport people, our trailer manufacturers, they're all busy. If you find somebody right now that's not busy, there's your red flag. Would you agree?
Sounds
Because you would
right.
say, why in the world aren't you busy? So, are you done?
I guess so.
Anything else?
Have a fine day.
Have a fine day. Anybody rent your trailer?
Nope.
I had somebody
I
the
mean,
other day.
I guess in a sense I did.
Okay.
I delivered something and got paid for it.
Oh.
So I mean, I guess I was the first renter.
Okay. All right. So you have a trailer for rent, little open landscape
Yep.
trailer. Somebody wants to rent it. What do you get? $50 a day?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm down to 30.
Down to 30. $30 a day to use a trailer. So, all right. Anyway, what numbers you giving out?
We'll go with the cell phone.
Okay.
302-841-1828.
841-1828.
That works too.
It
if you
works
can find
best.
the 18 button.
Right. Right. If not, go 1828. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
See you later. Take care. All right, my next guest is Denise Weller. We're going to talk about this big vacation. It was almost like I'm having a stress test on Tuesday. This vacation was a little bit similar to a stress test, okay? The stress test, I know when it's going to end. The vacation was walking. We went to Tennessee.
We had a great time in Tennessee.
We had a great time in Tennessee. There's pictures to verify it.
Right. It really was. It was a Christmas present for you,
Yes, it was.
but it was all geared around everything I like.
Yeah, I got that.
That's the kind
but
of
you were the
gifts I
planner.
give. Yes,
Right.
I was the planner.
She was the planner. It was great, though.
But after it was all over with, you've got me almost wanting a motorhome. Just a little motorhome. A little motorhome.
Making headway now.
A little mo-
I don't want to use it. I just want to have it.
Oh my gosh, we were in and out of hotels every night. And they're not $80 anymore.
Right.
They're like way up there in price.
You would just be happy if all Walmarts had a hotel hooked to it. Because we also were in and out of Walmart enough.
Oh gosh, but it was a really good trip.
It was.
It actually took its place. We go to Myrtle Beach every year
Right.
because my daughter has a timeshare.
Right.
She doesn't have the timeshare anymore, so we did not have a vacation last year.
That's right.
So I
But
love.
we're not suing her or anything. Okay.
So I love manufacturer companies. I
Right.
look them up, and so I happened to find the Lodge about 4 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
Lodge Manufacturing, and I said someday I'm going to get there. Well, at Christmas time, our favorite Christian singer
Mm-hmm.
was having a big, I'm talking big concert in Nashville. And it was just at the same exact weekend, same time, like 2 days afterwards. I said, is God awesome or what? He made sure I got to that National Cornbread Festival to see Lodge Manufacturing and my favorite Christian singer at the same time.
Right. Because the Lodge manufacturing place gives tours 2 days a year.
That's it. Just during
2
this-
days a year. And I think the reason is because they have to stop the plant.
Right.
You know, it was huge. I bet that building covered 3 or 4 acres.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like when you look down the town, block after block after block was just this one great big building.
Right.
And I don't know what the metal's called. I mean, I know they're cast iron, but they start with a powder. And they make the metal somehow, and they bake it or cook it or something like that, and then it makes iron ore, and then they make the metal, and then they make the frying pan, and
It was quite the procedure.
it was really something.
And you
It was-
asked for the ultimate souvenir.
What did
Tell
I
them
ask
about
for?
your little piece of grit is what it was.
Right.
Right.
Everything they make, they run it through some big thing. Like all these pots and pans go in it, and it shakes it around, and it takes all the burrs off it. And it's these little marbly looking things. And I just said, "Do you mind if I take one?"
I
And
can't believe you asked because I was standing.
Well, he was
there in
glad that
line.
I did ask.
I was in line and I'm thinking this would make a great because they had like this big barrel of them. I said just give one to
Just
every
one.
one of your people that come through here. But I didn't ask because I thought that was.
He
a
said
little
most
rude.
people steal them.
Oh really?
Yeah, he said, but
No.
since you asked, I don't mind if you have one.
Well, I did without because I
So,
couldn't
now
ask
I got the
or I
formula.
couldn't steal. So
Okay. Well, anyway, but it was just this little thing. But I guess they put every one of these frying pans in there, and it shakes it around
right,
or
and
something.
then they go down to the smaller.
That's right. Yeah, 'cause
smaller
one,
pebbles.
I should have brought the thing.
They should, and then it keeps going all the way down to a fine dust.
Yep.
It's just like sandpaper. When you're sanding, you start coarse and you go very fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty
so
cool.
there was that plant was really, I forgot all about it. It was neat. And the Cornbread Festival was like Apple Scrapple times 5. I mean, it was
awesome.
It was sizable. It was sizable. And what was that meal I enjoyed there? Chicken on a stick.
Chicken on a stick.
I bought so much of it, the guy recognized me and started giving me
You
discounts.
did. It was so fun.
I've never ate
Really
chicken on a
did.
stick in my life. I loved it. So I went back and I got more and I went back. And he's like, haven't I seen you before? I said, yeah, 2 or 3 times. He said, well, I'm going to give you a discount. I said, you don't have to, but thank you.
Yeah.
So it was a great place. The biggest thing I noticed was there wasn't all these signs that said slippery when wet.
No.
If you go in a cave and bump your head against the wall, it's rock. Watch your children.
Right.
You know, it was like common sense.
Yeah, they didn't.
They just haven't been sued enough, is all it is.
I don't know how we didn't sign waivers. I mean,
Nothing.
We were in caves.
And we were on top of this mountain.
Yeah.
And there was like a brick wall, block, brick, whatever. And there was this little rounded area at the bottom of it where when it rains, the water would run off.
Right. I remember. I know what you're going to say.
And there was a cat up there running around.
It was. And he ran through that thing. And we're like,
He
what
sticks his
happened
head in
to
his
the
hole.
cat?
I had turned around. I'm like, I don't even want to be asked to rescue this cat. In other words, I'm not
God.
sticking my arm through that hole. But he fortunately did not go through there.
No, I don't think it was his first day up there. He looked pretty familiar
Yeah,
with
but
it.
all the cats before him.
I know. It was scary
thinking,
to watch. 'cause
oh,
we
it was-
Knew, we knew it just dropped right off.
And how did he get on a mountain?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? How did he even get there?
Oh, I don't know.
All right, we had a good time. You can watch the adventures on Facebook.
Right,
We
Lynn-
only did 100 Facebook Lives.
I
What?
know. Everybody knows about this trip.
Yeah, driving down the road.
But Lindsay, Jimmy's
Yes.
girlfriend, just
Yeah.
told me that she went to the kazoo manufacturing company.
The little kazoos?
Yes. Wouldn't you
Really?
like to do that? Now, it's not big like lodge.
Yeah, I'd
it's
really like to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the next flight. That and Zippo lighters.
Well, believe it or not, there's some gentlemen just a few booths down
Yes.
that were, I believe, wherever Dollywood is.
All right.
They went to a car museum, and in the museum, they showed me a picture of a car with Delaware tags on it. Like an old, I believe it was a Chrysler sold from Kent County Motors.
Wow.
Yeah, small world.
And there's interesting stuff out there if you look for it. Like, you don't always have to do a cruise. You don't always have to get a resort on a beach.
Yep.
You know, go road tripping.
But you
know?
can do a cruise, and you can get a resort on the beach.
Or you
but
can go road tripping.
walk
I
through
love road
mountains and crevices and cracks. But we didn't see no snakes.
tripping. I didn't see any snakes.
I was surprised at that. What was that one thing we seen? A chipmunk or something like that?
Well, yeah, chipmunks.
Yep. But other than that, and they're hard to take a picture of.
Armadillos. That was the big
Yeah,
thing. in
armadillos. What's up with armadillos in Tennessee?
Tennessee. I don't know.
And they're all laying on their back along the highway like
Yeah,
they're
that's where we've
sunbathing up
seen
and down the
them.
road.
So-
All right. Anything else?
No, it was fun, and I'm grateful. I appreciate it. You know, when you told me how much we spent, we could have gone to Myrtle Beach and stayed a week for the same amount as 5 days of nothing but road
Right.
travel. So
Right. Yeah, it was
we're
good
not,
though.
We're not going to tell anybody that. So.
It was 5 days, and 2 days were traveling.
Yeah, 2 days, and we spent.
So we
as
really
much,
only took a 3-day vacation.
We spent as much as we did in a week in Myrtle Beach.
It was all good though. We didn't have to fly anywhere, so it was fine.
Right.
All right. And I love the speed limits. 80, 90 miles an hour. I never seen nothing like it.
We were cruising.
We were cruising. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
No, it was good. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks for joining us on the show,
Yes.
okay?
Okay.
All right. Get out of here.
All right.
Are you going to the Bed Bug Festival?
I think
Bug
so.
and Bud? I forgot what it's called.
I'm going
Whatever it
to
is.
Seaford's Little League
Oh,
parade.
yeah,
first
today.
thing. Yeah, that starts in
It's right
half an hour.
behind the chocolate place over here, Sweet Serenity Chocolate.
Yeah,
Our
our-
granddaughter, Saren.
Is in T-ball her first year.
Correct.
So I'm excited. We're going to go
Right.
watch that.
But she can't play ball today because she's got dance. So,
Yeah. What do we got? 3 that are in T-ball.
yeah.
One's in dance.
Yep. One plays
One
the violin.
one plays
the
the violin.
piano.
One plays the piano. One is in softball at school.
And another team.
Yeah, and on another team.
See, if we had a motorhome, we could keep up with all
golly
this.
day, we just run. We just
Yeah,
run.
we just run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Run and watch.
All right.
Okay. See you, Jim.
It's
Have a
called
good
the
day.
Golden Years.
It is.
Is that right?
I think so.
All right, I'll see you. Thanks. Bye. All right, we're taking a break from the radio. I can hear the music, so we're going to continue on the Facebook, okay? And you're allowed to just keep right on watching. If you're listening on the radio, just go to Jim Weller's Facebook page right now. We don't even have to be friends, and you can still see what's going on, okay? Next guest, up and ready, full of all kinds of thoughts, is Colin Walls. I am having a lot of...
You right now and still watch you?
Absolutely.
I had no idea.
Had no idea.
Wow.
Golly dang.
All this time, I've wasted all this time being friends with you.
It's not necessary. It's not necessary. So, and I think Facebook's getting ready to make more changes to where you have to pay to be friends with people.
Really?
That's where you're going to really know.
Wow.
If they pay
Are you
$1
catching
a
in on
month,
that one?
yeah, that's where I'm going to go. I'll go first.
Okay.
So, all right. You're
So,
taking the day off.
Wall Service Center is taking the day off. Yep, we're going to
Okay.
be closed today. The Bug and Bud Festival is going on in downtown Milford, so
That is
I would
true.
say get up there and enjoy that. Might want to go early. I think it's supposed to rain, but I would still try to get there. And
Big event downtown Milford. Lots
Big
of
event,
things.
yeah. Yeah, lots
And
of
if
things
you're
going
going
on.
to the Bed and Bug Festival,
Bug and Bud.
Bug and Bud.
Not bed bugs, Jim.
Okay. Anyway, if you're going to the festival downtown Milford,
Yes.
stop by Wall Service Center.
Oh.
Take a selfie
Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, our
with the sign in the background.
canopy. Yes, yes.
Do you want the AC Delco sign or the Wall Service Center
Well, sir,
sign?
we don't have any AC Delco signs outside yet. We did
Okay.
just get one, so we're going to be putting that up soon.
Okay, but take a selfie.
Got to get all the proper permits, you know.
Oh my gosh, yes, state, county, and
Localities.
nationwide.
Yeah.
Anyway, but what I was saying is, and tag myself and Colin in that. How
That
about
would be
that?
good. Yeah, that would be real
So
good.
we're looking for somebody that's going to this festival that will take the time to tag theirself in a photo.
Right. That
at
way we
Wall
know who to
Service
send the
Center.
bill to for parking in the parking lot.
Excellent idea. In fact, take a picture of your car parked there.
And the tag and everything, and your credit card. Front and back. I need both sides. There's
Right.
3 digits are
That's
important.
right. They're the 3 digits. It's hard guessing at which ones they are.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
At least there's only 3.
At least there's only 3. Right.
Right. Your billing zip code would be handy too.
That's right. Yeah.
Anyway, Wall Service Center. So we are an AC Delco dealer, as we've talked about. We've got great programs with them. One of them is the free roadside assistance. Another is the great warranties with it. But just something we do at Wall Service Center, and we've done for a long time, is we give your car a good checker. When we do a service on your car, we're not just getting it in, draining the oil, spinning a new filter on. We're actually looking at things, and it's
Right.
not just a lube rack guy
Right.
looking at things. These
Right.
are-
It's a qualified mechanic.
Right. These are the same people that can do the timing belt on your car and other major repairs
Right.
on your car is actually looking at it. So here's the checklist, and it's got lots of things, you know, brakes, battery, tires, all kinds of stuff.
Belts, hoses.
Belts, hoses. I mean, so many different things. Filters. And we actually changed the cabin air filter on somebody's car the other day.
You check the air in the tires, which this time of year, as it's getting warmer, tires need to make sure the air pressure is checked
Well, because when
they
it-
pick up. Go ahead.
It's going to increase in pressure
It's
with
gonna
warm
increase.
weather. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. So those are some of the things we do at Wall Service Center. If you want to give us a call, it's 422-8110. WallServiceCenter.com on the web. All of our information is right there. Or stop in 220 Northeast Front Street, downtown Milford. You'll get one of these too. Actually, we're out of these.
Are you?
We're
How
printing
about
new ones.
calendars? Any calendars
Oh,
left?
we have calendars. I should have
Okay.
brought some.
Okay. Just check
Yeah.
it. Yes,
I'm just-
you should bring them and leave them right there.
I'm just going to start crossing off 2019 and put 2020 on. Hey, I've already ordered my 2020s.
There you go.
Did you do that?
Not yet. No.
Okay.
Nope.
All right, they
You order
called
them
me.
now, they're more expensive if you wait till just when it's real hot out. Nobody's thinking about buying calendars.
Well, they called me and said, "Do you want to do it now? We're going to give you a discount on it."
That's the time to do it.
That's when they, yeah, that's.
Yep.
So I did it.
Right. Don't taunt them.
Right.
Don't test them. All right.
All right. I'll see you later.
And if you have a breakdown over the weekend, feel free to have your vehicle towed or drop it off at Wall Service Center. They will get you taken care of, all right? I see Big Al Frazier has arrived, and we're going to have him on a couple times this morning. So we're going to have a good time. We're going to reminisce, in other words, and maybe look up some YouTube stuff, you know, just to see. But I'm going to wait until we go back on the radio. But, Al, you can come on down and have a seat if you want. But anyway, we're going to wait for our radio time to talk to him just a little bit and just go back and see what he remembers, you know, in other words, about the radio days and has anything changed, you know, in other words. So anyway, we're here at Smith's Cafe. People say, where in the world is Smith's Cafe? Let me tell you where it's at. It used to be a Food Line shopping center. Delmarva Teen Challenge bought the building. It is a mega thrift store, 30-some thousand square feet of all kinds of interesting things and bargains and things like that. That is the Delmarva Teen Challenge Thrift Store. Inside of it is a restaurant. There's a section here and a whole another dining room over there. Family friendly, good home cooking. If you like the dumplings the first time you get them, you're going to love them every time you get them because they've been in the food business 30 some years. So this is James and Billy Smith's restaurant, and they do a great job. They're open 7 days a week. Sundays, they actually have a breakfast buffet. For $8.95, it's like all you can eat, and kids 10 and under are only $5.95. All right, I think it starts at 8 and goes till about noon. So it's Smith's Cafe right here in Seaford. They sponsor the show. That means they pay us to be here to do this show, and we appreciate them. So this show is called Weller Does Delmarva. If you've never heard of it, that's okay. We've only done it now 295 times, okay? So, and we do it without fail. And I do want to say again, thank you to Kevin Short and the whole team last week. I was out of town. They did a good job, and we have a lot of good views. And Bob Yesbeck was on, and Jimmy was on, and Ricky Freeberry was on. It was a great show. So if you want to see last week's show or any of our shows, that's what our advertisers love about this show. You're on the radio, you're on Facebook, you're on YouTube. But after the show is over, you can take the show and share it yourself if you want. And it's always on WellerDoesDelmarva.com, and it's always on our YouTube channel. So advertisers don't get just one ad. They get more ads because for some strange reason, we look at our numbers on Monday, and then we look at them a month from now, and more people have went back and watched the show. So I hear the radio. We're coming back on the radio. Thank you, Billy, back there at Delaware 1059 for making sure everything is just picture perfect. We love it. Picture perfect on the radio is critical. So we are back with Weller Does Delmarva. This is show number 295, and we thank everybody. I think that's going to be Justin Ward probably calling in. So you're listening and watching Weller Does Delmarva, and we are live at Smith's Cafe, and we have a call. So this is a sponsor segment. This is our friend Justin Ward from Invisible Fence brand of Delmarva. I believe that's Justin. Is that you?
Yep. Good morning, Jim.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing today?
Real good, real good. So are you at a show? Are you working, or what are you doing?
Today we're out in the field actually working with dogs one-on-one. We're doing some comeback follow-up training, and
Okay.
We're teaching them the new boundaries. So this time of year we get a lot of people coming down on the weekends for their beach houses and stuff. So sometimes we can't fit them in Monday through Friday, but we're out working with them today, and I think next week we got a couple of shows. The next 2 weeks got shows going on. One in Long Neck and one in Lewis. If you have any dogs, you're more than welcome to come out.
Okay, because you not only sell the product, install the product, you're saying you're a hands-on, one-on-one with the dog. You spend time getting to know the animal and helping the animal understand this new pet containment system so that it's beneficial for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. We're certified pet trainers, so our corporation makes us go through classes, and we're the only Invisible Fence brand dealers. We're the only Invisible Fences when it comes to our competitors that we're certified, Perfect Start certified. That allows us to start puppies as young as 8 weeks with our technology and our training protocols, and we can do dogs that are 14, 15 years old. But we're certified, and we go through training programs every year. That way we can help one-on-one, and not just really pet containment, but any kind of obedience or other issues that might be going on in the house.
So it's a little bit more than just buying an electric fence or a fence collar. You're also getting the training with the animal, and gosh, I didn't even know you had to be certified in that. So tell me, how does somebody reach you? How do they get a hold of you?
They can contact us through text message or call us at 410-546-2436.
410-546-2436.
Yep.
They can call.
Online.
They can call or text.
Yes, absolutely.
Are they still allowed to look you up on the web?
Yep, you can look us up on YouTube or Facebook or even at Delmarva at invisiblefence.com.
Okay. Well, have a good weekend, my friend.
Yep, you do the same.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, and just one more sponsor I want to brag about is my chiropractor. I was there this week because I went on vacation, and after that I needed an adjustment or two. But anyway, it is Peninsula Chiropractic Center in Seaford, Delaware, right on the highway. Dr. Bud, Dr. T do a great job. They get the kinks out every time. Very happy to deal with them. And if you're looking for chiropractic care, I'm telling you, these people have a great personality. They, from the first phone call, when you call to make the appointment, to ask questions about your insurance, whatever, you will find all of the staff there are glad that you are dealing with them. They realize that you are the customer and need to be treated like one. So very friendly, very personable. They know what they're doing. Dr. T's been in the chiropractic care business ever since he was like a young man. Not that he's an old man, but just since he was a young man is what I'm saying. So it's Peninsula Chiropractic Center right on Route 13 in Seaford. Dr. Bud, Dr. T. It's a wellness center. They'll get you straight. They work with kids. They've worked with my grandkids. One my granddaughter, she's playing softball, made a huge difference in her shoulder. And I have another grandchild that actually was having some hearing issues that chiropractic care helped with that. So they're not miracle workers, but they're great chiropractors, okay? And everything starts with the central nervous system, all right? So give them a call. Ready? 302-629-4344, 629-4344, Peninsula Chiro Center, PeninsulaChiroCenter.com on the web, and look them up on Facebook and like their page if they would. Now, here he is. Good friend of mine, known him a long time. We realized he's been in radio a long time. Big Al Frazier. Al Frazier. Good morning, young man. How are you?
Good morning. How
I
you
am
doing,
so
Jim?
glad to have you on the show.
I appreciate you asking me. It's been a while since I've been on the radio. It's been like 10 years, maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. We actually, when I was just now talking about Peninsula Chiropractic Center, they're in Seaford. You used to work at a station almost next door to where they're at, right there on the highway. Didn't you work there?
Oh,
what was it called?
WSUX?
WSUX, yeah.
Right.
Yep, and that's right where this chiropractor's office is next door to.
Okay.
Were you there long, or where? I'll let
there
you tell us where it all started.
It started in '72 after I got out of the Navy, and I decided
Okay.
I needed a career.
Okay.
And I worked at NCR over in Millsboro for a while.
What is NCR?
National Cash Register.
The big building.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's the
okay.
bank. It's a bank building now.
Right, it is huge.
And I got out. Met a friend over there, and he introduced me to the program director of WAFL in Milford. Well, actually, it was WTHD-AM then.
WTHD-AM.
Thomas
Okay.
H. Draper.
Tom Draper, okay.
Okay. And that's where my job really started. It was part-time there. And then I went from there to Seaford full-time.
But you had never been in radio before.
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. I was just the desire to do it. And it's a lot of things that, I don't know, back then you did. You worked for free because you wanted to, because you wanted the job.
Okay.
Okay?
And now people won't even work for money.
Yeah.
It's like
Go figure.
go figure. So you liked it.
Yes, I loved being on the radio. It's a fun job.
Okay.
You got to admit, it's fun.
It is.
Just to sit and talk on the radio and communicate to people.
You don't have to look at anybody's facial expressions.
There's a lot, yeah, and there's a lot of excitement. And I used to try to make it entertaining as opposed to time and weather and
sports and news.
And that's.
Well, how would you make it entertaining?
I was sort of the king of one-liners at one point.
Okay.
You
Made
know.
them up?
Oh, a lot of them. Some of them I bought. Some of them I got from other sources.
Okay.
So.
You remember any?
Let's see. Like this morning, maybe I'm diagonally parked in a parallel universe. Who knows about that?
Would you be up for us playing a clip that we found?
Sure, go ahead.
You're out there. Where we find this? On YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, this was from a couple years ago.
19-inch.
Hold on, they're looking for it.
Oh, okay.
I say what? You say what? Stop.
that's me.
That's you? Do you remember that day?
I don't remember the day, but I learned a lot over the years of being in radio, and that was the beginning of it. And in radio these days, or any days, they call that sort of person a puker.
Okay.
Hi there, I'm on the radio. And as I progressed in my career, I learned to talk on the radio like a normal person.
Okay.
And it amazing what that does for your own self-being. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it all worked out kind of well.
Did you take callers?
We didn't really have the equipment to do it.
Okay.
Yes, we did, but
This was before telephones?
yeah, pretty much. That telephone got me into more trouble than
really?
you can imagine.
Because that was probably before a dump button or delay button or whatever.
Yeah. So that's why we kind of stopped doing that. We got to the point where we reel-to-reel taped everything.
Okay.
And then played it back and tried doing an edit on that in 30 seconds or less.
Yeah.
So it was kind of
That's how they
different
used to
then.
record commercials, wasn't it? On them big reels.
Well, no, we used what was known as cart machines. They looked like 8-track tapes.
Okay.
And you'd stick them in the machine. They had what's known as a tertiary cue. They were only 10 or 30 seconds long, 30 seconds to 60 seconds long.
Really?
And you just stick them in the machine, and it'd have a cue mark, and it'd cue up to that mark. You push the button, and
that was it. And that was high tech.
Roll tape.
Roll tape.
So.
And they would use them over and over again, probably?
Yeah, you have a big rack of them.
Wow.
I think the rack held like 300 carts.
Really?
So and you have a separate cart rack for your jingles and your
whatever
sweeps and voiceovers and stuff like that.
Applause buttons and
and all that. And then you have another rack for all your commercials, which were numbered and categorized by color so you wouldn't play the same commercial or the same advertiser back to back.
Okay, good idea. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, because nowadays they might play one heating and air guy right after another heating and air guy.
Yeah, and it just yeah. How do you make a decision that way?
So you started at WTHD AM in Milford. Mm-hmm. And when you started, did you realize there was a big difference between AM and FM, or you were just glad to have the gig?
Well, actually, I was the second person ever to be on FM radio in Milford.
Really?
Gary Crouch was the first guy to air on WAFL in Milford, and this was like in 1972.
Gary Crouch, I'd never heard of him, so. All right. So did FM start in Milford? I mean, around here?
Yes. No, well, actually, it started in Seaford, I think. I think it's SUX. I'm not really sure about that.
Okay.
I'm really not sure.
All right. But there was very few stations.
I know WSUX made a lot of firsts in radio in this area. We were the first to go stereo. We were the first to do 24-hour broadcasting.
Okay.
Up to that point, it signed off at like 10 o'clock or midnight.
Wow. All right.
We were first to use jingles.
Okay.
So there was a lot of firsts that we did at WSUX.
And did you embrace all these first, or did you say, oh, man, that stereo, that's just a fad, it's going to pass?
No, we embraced them pretty much because we realized that it was a selling point.
Okay.
So
to your advertisers
and
so on.
So it sold.
Okay.
So,
and if it sells, it sells.
it sells. And
If it sells, it cashes.
That's what radio is about.
Right, selling things. Because you're technically selling puffs of air.
Exactly.
You know, you just hope they work and catch somebody's eye. Or ear, really, ear.
Yes.
Yep. And so THD, WSUX, was there anywhere else?
Oh, yeah. I went from WSUX and I moved north. My career was starting to fly. I spent 6 years there, 7
Okay.
years there.
Who owned that?
It was Bill Crisp and his brother.
Okay. All right.
I was kind of locally owned.
Okay.
And he came from Kentucky radio, from Louisville.
Oh, really? Okay.
And
Brought some ideas with him.
Radio and television he did there. And yes, he did. That's how we ended up with first first to run jingles on Delmarva.
Okay.
To do a lot of first that we did.
Okay.
He brought from there and implemented there.
Okay.
And as program director, I got to do the day-to-day implementation
Okay.
for that. So
And so where else from WSUX?
I went from WSUX to move north to Ohio for about a year and a half.
Oh,
working.
wow. Just down the road
Yeah.
to Ohio. Wow.
Yeah, and I worked at a station, WKNT in Kent, Ohio.
Okay. Moved there for that.
Yes.
Wow.
It was, and it was kind of an interesting station because they changed the call letters in the middle of it. It was an AM/FM,
Okay.
and they changed. It was a simulcast, and they split it. And WKNT went on to the AM, and WNNR went on to the FM Winter Radio, and it was kind of a
Okay. Winner.
talk game station sort of
All right.
thing. Because we were so close to the college, Kent State
So there
University
you took
College.
callers.
Yeah, they did. I was on the AM. I did country
Okay.
music on the AM. Country
Okay.
music on the electric radio.
Wow. And so what brought you back to Delaware then after Ohio?
Well, they live and breathe ratings up there. You're under the Cleveland umbrella.
Oh, big audience.
So what happens is every 3 months you're drug into the program director's office, and he goes, looky here, Al, you're down 5 points with men with vasectomies. What are you going to do about that? Well, gee, I don't know.
Let me get right on it.
Yeah, let me figure that out.
Right.
So, okay,
What's it
what do you
prepared for that?
suggest? What do you suggest I do about that? And so he
Right.
tells me what to do. Right?
Okay.
I go back into the studio. I do exactly what he says. 3 months later, I'm back, and he says, "You're still down." Well, it was your idea, man.
Right. All you did was what he said.
Well, sorry, we're gonna have to let you go.
Wow.
So
All right.
that's the way.
But that's how it rolls.
That's
those
the way it all
ratings.
panned out. And I spent the next few months looking for a job.
Okay.
And I was in Radio and Records, which was a magazine back then.
Okay.
And there was an advertisement for WAFL in Milford.
Oh, wow.
And so I went back.
Same owner.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
Well, WAFL would have been their FM side,
yep.
and WTHD was their AM side.
Well, by that time I don't remember. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
So that brought you back to Delaware.
That brought me back to Delaware. And from there, I did afternoons because they wanted me to do mornings because of
Okay.
the one-liner joke thing and all that. I had a whole repertoire with
okay.
that. They wanted me to do mornings, and I refused. I'm not a morning person, man.
Okay.
I don't cotton with getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, or I didn't then.
Right.
I more or less do now.
Wow. So that's what brought you back.
Yep.
All right. I got to switch gears for a few minutes, if
Okay.
that's okay.
Sure.
And can I have you back on after 8 o'clock for a little
Oh, sure.
another segment? Is that okay?
Absolutely.
All right. So you can stay here or walk around or whatever you want. I'm just going to do a couple other things until
Okay.
we come back about 8:05ish. You do whatever
be back
suits you.
here.
That'll be fine. Okay. Just don't walk that way.
Gotcha.
All right, so that is Big Al Frazier. We're going to have him join me again after 8 o'clock. I got some more ideas and questions, and it's quite interesting because, in other words, the radio time, things have changed. Things have changed. As he talked about, a station going from, not stereo to stereo, and we take all that for granted. Listen, Jim Weller here. You are watching and listening to a show called Weller Does Delmarva. This is a live show. We do it each and every Saturday morning. We never stop talking from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. We don't stop at all. So we are live on Facebook if you want to check us out there. That way you can watch the show. We're also on YouTube, and we're here in Smith's Cafe if you ever want to just watch the show live from the restaurant. Smith's Cafe is the sponsor of the show, and they have all kinds of specials every day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They have things like chicken and dressing and chicken and dumplings and oyster fritter sandwiches. They have rainbow trout, rockfish, coconut shrimp, butterfly shrimp. They've got some of the best seafood in the area here, not to mention a full menu of whatever you want. And plus, they have a kids menu. And if you have a Weller's discount card, you can save 10% each and every time you eat at Smith's Cafe. Now, I got my taxes all done. They're all paid. Everybody's happy. And I want to just say a big thank you to my accountant. His name is George Luff. His son Tyler works there with him, and there's a whole team of people. The name of the business is Luff and Associates in Milford and Dover and Rehoboth. I'm very happy with them. I use them for my personal stuff as well as my rental business as well as my trailer business. So if you need an accountant, you need some help, you need some advice, you need some input, whether it's personal or business, they can help you out. They're always looking for new clients. Another thing they offer, though, that has been very, very nice for us, and I've met many people that have heard about them on the show and started dealing with them for payroll services. Easy payroll. Everybody that owns a business knows that payroll can be confusing, ever-changing, annoying, and frustrating. And, you know, if you're just tired of doing your payroll and you want somebody to take care of that, whether it be a little bit or a whole lot, Luff and Associates can help you out with their easy payroll system. Even if you don't deal with them for your accounting work and you do your own accounting work, or you have another accountant but doesn't offer payroll services, they could still help you out. So for whatever amount of energy or help you want, just a little bit, or you want them to handle every little form and everything, it's called Easy Payroll with Luff and Associates. I'm going to give you the phone number. The same number will get you to Dover, Milford, or Rehoboth. It is 302-422-9699. 422-9699. Luff and Associates. And on the web, it's luffcpas.com. Tell them I sent you, good people. You'll enjoy dealing with them, and they'll help you out. They'll help you figure out whatever you need figured out. All right. At 8 o'clock, we do take a break from the radio. I just want to remind you, if you're listening on the radio and you don't want to miss anything, you can just look me up on Facebook, Jim Weller, right there. We don't have to be friends or anything, or we can be friends. But you can watch the show right there, now or later. Another good sponsor of the show, somebody I really have enjoyed working with, is my friend Mark Johnson. He owns Atlantic Home Improvements and Handyman Services. Services. And he has a partner named Don Lindsay, and these two guys know what they're doing when it comes to maintenance or repairs around the home or around your business or whatever. No project's too small. Some might be too big, but they'll tell you that. So if you have something you need done, whether it's just a little, please fix this, I got a window cracked or a door not shutting right, or if you want to consider building a deck or a ramp or something like that, they know what they're doing. They're very fair. They're very honest. It is just the two of them, so keep that in mind. But they provide all kinds of services, and I just want to let you know, I had some shingles blow off my roof recently, and they came and patched that up and fixed that up for me. So anyway, it's called Atlantic Home Improvements and Handyman Services. Anything you need, you give them a call. If they can do it, they'll help you out. If they can't, they'll let you know, and they'll give you some free advice, and estimates are free. So if you need something done, you give them a call, and here's the number: 302-500-0133. 302-500-0133. Atlantic Home Improvements and Handyman Services. Mark Johnson, Don Lindsay. If you would like their Facebook page, I'd appreciate that. It's just called Atlantic Home Improvements on the Facebook. Give them a call. Tell them I sent you. They're licensed, they're insured, and estimates are free. Now, what else we got going on the show today? I want to tell you what we're going to do today. Big Al's going to come back in a few minutes. First, Colin Walls. I don't know if Colin left or not, but Colin left. So anyway, we're going to take a break from the radio at 8 o'clock. When we take that break from the radio, you don't have to take a break. You can just start watching us on Facebook, okay? So if you're listening and you got to get rolling, you ain't got time for radio or Facebook, you can also watch this show anytime, day or night. We're available for your viewing anytime you want. And there's hundreds of shows there. So you just go to Weller Does Delmarva on Facebook or wellerdoesdelmarva.com, and all of our shows are there. If you like the show and would hit the share button, we'd really appreciate that too, okay? So it's Weller Does Delmarva. Been doing it now for almost 6 years. We have a lot of fun with it. If you ever want to be on, if you ever want to advertise on this show, track me down and we'll figure out what we can do to get you what you want. And we have a very loyal audience. A lot of our advertisers have been with me from day one, and they're very pleased. We don't have a turnover of advertisers because they're getting results. So I'm just letting you know, we're not the only place to advertise, but we're a good place to advertise on Saturday morning. Now, at 8:30 to 9, we're going to have some fun. I don't know exactly what we're going to do. We might give something away. We might take some phone calls. We might offer to allow you to buy us gift cards. We're not exactly sure what we're going to do. I might even force Stacy to come on and talk with me. I don't know, because Katie is off today. She's at some big fundraiser for the Meals on Wheels organization, because that's actually her real job. She just helps me on Saturday mornings. So today it is Stacy that is here, okay? So anyway, we don't know what we're going to do after 8:30, okay? So from 8 to 8:30, we got a couple ads to do. We're going to talk some more with Big Al. Then at 8:30 to 9, we are wide open. It's going to be full throttle. And again, I don't know what we're going to do. I've actually got a whole bunch of these little mints. We might have a contest where you can win a free mint. I'm not sure. Or it could be a free cruise to Nashville. It's hard to say. Or it could be a free kayak, or the opportunity to kayak down the Mississippi River. That way you could be in Kent County or Sussex County. We're just not sure what it's going to be. If you have any ideas, let us know, okay? Mail them in an envelope wrapped, with a $20 bill, and we'll consider it. So, Weller Does Delmarva. I hear the radio. We're taking a break from the radio. So don't go anywhere except to Facebook if you don't want to miss anything. Jim Weller on the Facebook, okay? Now, we want to say a big thank you to all of our audience. We are sponsored. This whole show is sponsored by Smith's Cafe. And you say, where in the world is Smith's Cafe? I've never been there in my life. Well, I'm here all the time. I'm a chicken and dumpling eater, okay? And I just want to say thanks. They do sponsor the show, and I appreciate that. But we've been here. We've been inside this restaurant now for 91 weeks. And when I say that, people think we never leave. That's not what I mean. I mean, we come here every Saturday morning and set up and do the show, and we've done it 91 times right from this exact location, and we really like it. Before that, we were everywhere with this show, and now we're just like locked down, and we love it, and we know what kind of food they got, and we love eating here. So if you're looking for a great place to have breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or you can have breakfast, lunch, and dinner at Smith's Cafe. Okay, so I just want to let you know they're here in Seaford. I'm going to need you to start the timer, if you would. I'm going to do the Walls Service Center commercial, and I want to make sure they get each and every second of their advertising money. So I want to let you know Colin has left the building, all right? But Walls Service Center is closed today, just taking a break, but it doesn't mean you can't drop your vehicle off. They're really taking a break because the Bug and Bud Festival is going on downtown Milford, and a lot of people like to use Colin's parking lot to park. So if you park there, if you would take a selfie with yourself and the Wall Service Center sign in the background and tag me and Colin in it, that would just be kind of neat if you would do that for us just for the heck of it. But today, Wall Service Center is off, but it doesn't mean you can't drop your vehicle off. And if you drop it off, here's what I do. Before I went on vacation, I dropped my wife's car off. I wanted the tires rotated, wanted an oil change, and I just dropped the keys through the slot in the door with a note, and they took care of it. And when I got back, I picked it up, and it was all done. So I like dealing with Wall Service Center. And you say, why? Why do you like dealing with them? What's the big deal? Everybody has a rack and a toolbox full of tools. That's right. But at Wall Service Center, we're talking a business now that's been in business 61 years. Colin is the third generation. Colin the second and his brother Jonathan are the fourth generation, and they're right there on the scene, okay? So it's a family-run operation, okay? Local quality service, okay? If you need anything and there's a problem, they're right there. They care. That matters. They use AC Delco parts as often as they can. They know what they're doing. We're talking, think about this, 61 years. How many automotive repair businesses have you seen come and go and come and go? With Colin and his family, they have been there a long time. They're probably one of the longest continually running family-owned and operated businesses in Milford. I bet there's not 5 of them that have been in business 60-some years. They're like a staple of the Milford community. It's conveniently located downtown. If you want to get your automobile worked on and you want to bring your kayak with you, you can walk from there to the Mississippi River and launch your kayak if you want. You can also bring your dog, and you can walk your dog to the dog park, or up in, you just want to walk around downtown Milford. It's a beautiful place. I think I saw that King's Ice Cream is opening back up downtown Milford, and there's other restaurants and things to do. So it's a great place to go, get your automobile worked on, whether it's something as simple as an oil change, or it's making a noise, or when you put your foot on the brake pedal rattles, or when you turn the steering wheel, something doesn't feel just right. They do it all. They even do exhaust work. The only thing they really don't do is they don't sell tires, okay? But anything else, brakes, mufflers, windshield wipers, you're getting ready to go through inspection. You want to make sure that your wiper fluid levels are not low or your windshield wipers are working. It's hard to check your own brake light all by yourself. So they can check things over for you and make sure things are right. It's Walls Service Center, 220 Northeast Front Street, downtown Milford, okay? And been around a long time. 422-8110. And if you would like their Facebook page, they would appreciate that, okay? It's Walls Service Center. Good people, honest people, fair people. Colin and his team will do a good job. All right. Now, we're not back on the radio yet, so we're going to just relax for a minute. We're going to just chill. And I'm going to remind you that Weller's Utility Trailers, which is my business, is open right now, okay? They actually open on time or before, and we open at 8 o'clock 6 days a week. Today is going to be a busy day, so please be aware of that, okay? Every day is a busy day, but like last Saturday, we sold 11 trailers, okay? That's a good day. That's a good day. So that was 11 people that we spent time with. You figure the average trailer sale takes an hour to 2 hours by the time the paperwork's done, and we're only open till 1. So my team does a really good job. We've got 3 salespeople. There's a young lady named Devin. There's my son, Jimmy. And then there's Bert. Then in management, there is Steve and Terry. And between those 5 people, you are going to get 5-star service at Weller's Utility Trailers in Bridgeville. We care. We try. How long have I been in business? How old do I look? I'm just a teenager. I started in business when I was 16, and I'm now 61, so I think that's 45 years, I hope. Okay? Maypop. Yep, Maypop Tire Company is where I started. I hear the cue. We're coming back on the radio, everybody. So I want everybody to buckle their seatbelt and get ready. We are getting ready to be live on Delaware 105.9. We're live on the Facebook, and we are also live on YouTube. The name of the show is Weller Does Delmarva, and we are right here inside Smith's Cafe, the sponsor of the show, right here in Seaford, Delaware. So I want to say good morning to everybody. And I want to talk about another good supporter advertiser of the show. It's L&W Insurance Agency, and we really appreciate them. L&W is my insurance agency. I've dealt with them for years and years and years. So if you need somebody to sell you insurance, whether it's for your car or your boat or your motorhome or anything like that, I just want to tell you that L&W does a great job for me, whether it's commercial, whether it's residential, whether you need what was I getting ready to say? Commercial, residential, renters, life insurance, health insurance, car insurance, liability insurance, insurance. We all have it. We all need it. We all hate to buy it. But you want to deal with an agent that when you have questions or you want to talk to them, you know they're going to sit down with you and talk to you eye to eye, not over the phone, not some 800 number that you can not always understand their English. I just want to let you know that L&W is a good local company. How long they've been in business? Think about this. 1932 is when they started. Okay? Now, Bill Strickland owns it, and that doesn't imply that Bill Strickland's been around since 1932. Oh, my gosh. Almost lost my wind there. But it implies that they've been around a long time and they know what they're doing. So if you want a great insurance company to deal with, because you hear me talk about them every week, and you say, how in the world can you be happy about buying insurance? I'm happy because when I have a problem, here's the big thing. When I have a problem, I don't have to talk to the insurance company. They talk to them to keep me happy, and it happens. It's like magic. So anyway, it's L&W Insurance Agency, 856 7828, 856 7828. And yes, it works best if you dial it in that order, okay? LNWinsurance.com on the web, and like them on the Facebook. Now, here he is. He's rested up. He's recuperated. It's Big Al Frazier.
Hey.
Hey, we were reminiscing about how radio used to only be mono, and now it's stereo. And now
makes me feel really old, you know.
All right. Well, anyway, so what advancements have you seen in radio that you saw coming?
Well, here's what happened.
Okay.
I left radio in 1984 full time.
Okay.
And went into another career in publishing.
Oh, wow. So you went from air to print.
from air to print, and I ended up being a publisher of a national trade magazine, and that was much like a be careful what you wish for, you'll end up getting it.
Okay. It was related to fire companies, wasn't it?
Yes.
Right.
And I left there for reasons that we won't go into. It'll take too long to explain.
Okay.
And I said, well, what am I going to do now? And I thought, well, I'll go back to radio.
Okay.
And I ended up going back to the Duck, 107.1 The Duck.
Okay, over in Federalsburg.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Okay.
actually in Cambridge.
Cambridge,
I
okay.
drove an hour and 10 minutes every
One way.
single day. One way.
On purpose.
On purpose. To
With a
Cambridge
purpose.
every day. Every day. And that got to be a drag.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the way that
How long
worked
were you
out.
there?
I was there about a year and a half
Okay.
or so.
All right. Morning, afternoon?
I did afternoons.
Okay. All right.
Afternoons. I did a few mornings. I did fill in mornings for Norman Schmidt,
Okay.
or Jay Norman as he's known on the
Jay
radio.
Norman. Okay. All right. And that was the last radio station you worked at?
Yes.
107 The Duck.
107.1 The Duck.
All right. So are you looking for a rebirth in the radio field, or are you fine now?
No, I'm thinking I'm about that close to retirement.
Okay. How close was that? That close.
About an inch.
About an inch. Okay.
About an inch.
All right. Is that another year or two, or another 10 years?
Yeah, another year or two, I would think.
Okay. Well, good. That would be nice.
Because right now I'm working for a technology company.
Okay.
I
Okay.
hate to do this, but I gotta do this. Wagaman, Wagaman, Wagaman. There,
Okay.
I said it 3 times, Alan. That's the company I work for, Wagaman
Okay.
Technology.
All right. And he just didn't want you to forget where you worked.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, good. And they're right downtown Milford.
Yes.
And
Yes.
is it a local company?
Yes.
Okay.
We cover the entire Delmarva Peninsula with it.
What do you do?
Network management, computer network management.
Okay.
Everything from, for instance, you have a computer network that does 300 computers or less.
Okay.
And after that, if you have more than 300 computers on your network, you hire a full-time guy or a couple of full-time
Okay.
guys to manage it.
Okay. But 300 or less. So my 7 computers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. How did you get into that?
Well,
They were looking for a guy that was in radio to fill this position.
No. As a matter of fact, they were looking for a tech guy,
Okay.
but they were looking for a sales guy,
Oh, okay.
and that's what I did in the publishing field that
Sales.
led to that.
Okay.
And so they decided, he can convert that sales knowledge into this. And plus, I had a background in computers coming up. It was my
Okay.
every time I get a hobby, it turns into a job.
Okay.
So that hobby evolved into this job, and that's the way
Okay.
that turned out.
And that's where you'll retire from.
Hopefully.
All right. Now, in your career on radio, did it ever bother you when people always say you have a face for radio? For a while, I took it as a compliment. And then I figured out what they meant.
No, I never got that too much.
Okay.
I kind of took a low key approach to that sort of thing because
Okay.
early on in my career, I got embarrassed. My then fiance, now wife for 30 years, got embarrassed at Hardee's one time when I had a whole bunch of teenagers just fall upon our table, and so at that point I decided I'm just going to kind of keep things low key.
Okay. Good idea.
So
A very good idea. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, radio is an interesting thing, and it's kind of a very interesting advertising format.
sure, absolutely, it's probably the best you can do because you can convince people. You actually get to talk to people.
Correct.
True, it's a one-way conversation.
Right.
But on the other hand, you get to really convince them of what you believe and what you do. That's why radio.
They can hear your passion, you know, in other words, and they can listen to it driving. They can listen to it in the shower. They can listen to it on their lawnmower.
It's also the intonation and the vibrance of your voice because that makes it believable.
Right. You can't do that in print.
Yeah, and television's a whole different thing because not only you have to have the voice, but then you have to have the expression and the facial and all that to go with it.
And the
That's why I never went into television.
Well, what do you think of this Facebook? You think it's a fad, or you think it's here to stay?
I think social media is here. It's the new form of communication.
Yeah,
Will
it
it
is.
take over radio? Radio's been around for a long time.
Right,
I mean,
right.
You know, broadcast radio has been around since the 20s, and will it stay? I was surprised the other day to find out from a friend of mine that radio still drives what people listen to in music.
Really?
And I thought, really? You know, because I always thought it would be iPhone or, you know,
something else, some other device.
Some other device to make that happen. But as it turns out, no, radio is where
it's
young
at.
people listen to music at and
Wow.
get new music from.
And it's easy to change.
Yeah.
You know, if
Yeah.
they don't like it, there's plenty of choices now, isn't there?
Click. Yeah, well, my dad used to tell me, Alan, someday there's going to be a radio station on every corner. And darned if he isn't almost right.
Right next to every drugstore.
Yeah. Well,
but there's plenty of radio.
And it's the same thing because there used to be all locally owned drugstores. Now it's
conglomerates.
I think 90% of the radio stations is now owned by 3 separate companies.
Yeah. Isn't that something?
So,
Yeah.
and there's way too much voice tracking going on. That's what's been lost in radio is personality radio. That's why you do so well.
I guess. I try.
Because you have a personality. And your
for better or worse.
And your personality comes through the radio.
Right.
So that's what makes it work for you. It makes it work for everybody. And that's why I'm not a big proponent of voice tracking and
just be real.
All the other
real
tools.
people.
Real people, real personality, real entertainment.
Right. And energy. Well, I'm going to thank you for joining me. How was this, to be honest with you?
It was fun. You're good.
I
You're
try.
really good.
I mean, you may not realize it. This is like my own show, meaning I don't work for the radio station.
Right.
I purchased the time.
Oh, okay.
And and everybody here's working with me, and I wanted to be on the radio.
Well, I can remember a day back when you were still in the tire business.
Yep.
And my wife used to work for you at one point.
Yep.
And you took us to Christmas dinner.
Really?
And you talked to me about radio and how much you liked it and all that. And I thought, he'd do okay on the radio. And years later, I click on the radio and there's Jim. I'm like, wow, he made it come true.
Yeah, I did. And my goal, just so you know, is to own a radio station.
Oh, cool.
And I'm actively always looking to buy a radio station. That is my, I guess you call bucket list thing. I would like to, and I'd like to call it WELR. Weller.
Weller, W-E-L-R. Yeah, that's cool.
WELR. So someday that may happen. I'm going to give you this.
Okay.
Which is just, I need you to, if you would go on Facebook and do a little survey, wherever the survey section is, if you would sometime.
Sure.
And I'm going to give you a couple gift cards. I'd like you to take your wife and yourself maybe to dinner here sometime.
Oh, that would be great.
2 $10 gift cards.
Thank you, my friend.
Okay?
Thank you.
I love eating here. I'm into the home cooking and good cooking and chicken and dumplings and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
sounds good.
That'll get you started anyway.
Cool.
Well, thank you for coming down and joining us. It's been an honor.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. Well, I'm going to leave you.
Appreciate it.
Okay?
We need to talk more about this radio thing, ownership thing, off the air.
As soon as I find one, I'm ready. I'm 100% ready. So I almost bought one. All right, yeah, let's get together.
All right.
Okay, I'll see you, Al. Thanks,
you. Jim.
All right. All right, everybody. The cat's out of the bag. Jim wants to buy a radio station. It's no secret. I really kind of do. Oh, I have so many ideas of what I would do and wouldn't do. I wanted to let you know, Stacy, the lady is going to call at about 8:35, our 8:30 segment. So, Al, we do appreciate you for joining us. Take care, and I will see you. All right, so you're listening to and watching a show, Weller Does Delmarva. And we have a good time here. We are at Smith's Cafe, which is the sponsor of the show. But I got more room. So if you're listening and you own a business, I'll tell you, I need a car dealer. I need a car. I need a car, not today, but in the near future for a granddaughter. And I would like to swap that car for advertising on this show. Okay? So just letting you know out there, if you own a car dealership and you would like to be part of this show, I would like to swap an automobile for some advertising on this show. Okay? Now, again, let me just tell you about this show. We are about to be 6th year. Okay, we've been doing it a long time. We do it each and every Saturday morning. It's live right here on Delaware 105.9 from 7 to 9. And it's live on Jim Weller's Facebook page, Smith's Cafe's Facebook page, Lower Delaware Breaking News' Facebook page, Weller Does Delmarva's Facebook page, Weller's Utility Trailers Facebook. It's on about a half a dozen Facebook pages. It's on YouTube, okay? So we have a lot of people just sitting at home watching it on YouTube, just like on TV. So anyway, what I'm letting you know is it's a great advertising opportunity. Now, I'm only on Saturday mornings, okay? So the most you can buy from me is one ad. So you can either be on with me 5 minutes or 10 minutes. If you heard Justin Ward, Invisible Fence Brand, he does a call-in every week. And then about once a month he comes in person. So I have numerous ways of being on. But unlike any other advertising you're going to get, okay, I have an extremely loyal, dependable audience. I only advertise for companies or people that I believe in or do business with, okay? So it's not just anybody and everybody. If you're on, you're the only one. If you're a heating and air company, you're the only one. If you're an accountant or an insurance, I need a lawyer. I need a lawyer to be on, okay? I have a lot of lawyering I need done. So anyway, I need an automobile. I would like to have a motorhome. Now, if there's anybody out there who wants to swap a motorhome, I'm up for that, all right? So just keep that in mind. But anyway, I also want to buy a radio station. So if anybody knows of one for sale, I have many people that want to be a partner. I guess if you want to be a partner, you can let me know. I probably have more partners wanting to be partners than I need. But I would like to own and operate a radio station. I'd like to call it WELR, just so you know. But I want to thank everybody that does support this show, listens to this show. If you have any ideas or complaints or suggestions, please let me know. It's Jim, Jim, at Wellers.com. Speaking of sponsors, this is a great company. It's the time of year you're starting to turn on your air conditioners, and you want to make sure that thing works just right. There's nothing worse than waiting till a hot day and a weekend and saying, man, it didn't work right last year and it didn't fix itself in the winter. First Class Heating and Air. First Class Heating and Air. You hear me talk about them each and every week. I like dealing with them. I deal with them for my business in Bridgeville. I got many rental properties. I've dealt with them for there. I deal with them at my house. And you say, well, what do you deal with them so much for? Well, I have stuff that breaks. They also do plumbing. They do home performance. And they are very good with heating and air conditioning, okay? So if you have something you need serviced, maybe you're building an addition, maybe your unit's 10 or 15 years old, and you're like, you know what? I want to get a new one. I want an energy efficient one. I want to buy it from a company that's not going to go out of business next month or anything like that. They are a company that's been in business now over 40 years, okay, serving Delmarva, all of Delmarva. So they're a great company. Their vehicles are lettered. Their people are in uniforms. They show up when they say they're going to show up. They're a great organization. So whether you need home performance, heating, air conditioning, whether you need plumbing, whatever you need, you give them a call, okay? The number, 24/7, you're going to get somebody, 302-934-8900, 934-8900, firstclasshvac.com on the web. They even do this, water filtration systems. They come out and they do a free water test, tell you what you got, whether it's safe to drink, or whether it's not safe to drink. So that's something else. They offer financing. Just a great company. Check them out on the web, firstclasshvac.com. You'll learn a lot there, like their Facebook page. Tell them you heard about them on Weller Does Delmarva, and the number is 934-8900, 934-8900. Speaking of something exciting, The Weller's discount card saves you money each and every single time you use it. Okay? And we have just a handful of them left for sale. They're $10 each. You can get them at Weller's in Bridgeville. They have discounts at places like No Nonsense Office Machines, Nicola Pizza, Jeff's Tap Room, Vanderwin's Ice Cream, Fat Daddy's Barbecue, Smith's Cafe, The Palace in Milford, Dairy Queen in Seaford, McDonald's, Papa John's, Dry Zone, Supercuts, Applebee's, Jake's Wayback Burgers, Dairy Queen in Milford, Integrity Pest Solutions, Hardee's, and Fridays. Okay? 18 businesses. So you get a discount every time. My daughter takes her son, Brody, my grandson, to Supercuts. Every time, $2. So in a year's time, it pays for the $10 card just there. So anyway, check it out at Wellers.com. You can see the card. And if you want one, you need to get into Wellers in Bridgeville. They are going fast. We won't have any more until like November. Okay? Wilson's Auction is open today at 10 o'clock. Wilson's Auction is right on Route 113 in Lincoln, a great sponsor of the show, okay? So this is a sponsor segment. I want to tell you about Wilson's Auction. They've been around over 40 years. Again, another local company, tried and true, know what they're doing. They're honest, they're fair, but they have an auction every Saturday starting at 10 o'clock on Route 113 in Lincoln. All kinds of stuff, inside, outside, how much fun and exciting it is to go to an auction. And it goes into the evening. So you got all day or tonight to get to Wilson's Auction in Lincoln. All right, then Tuesday nights at 6 o'clock, they have an auto auction. You can sell a vehicle, you can buy a vehicle. All right, next Saturday, now every Saturday they have the sale in Lincoln. But next Saturday, on top of the sale in Lincoln, this is on the 11th now, they are going over to Marydale. This is Marydale, Delaware, okay? And they are liquidating like an estate. Now, I don't know if it's an estate, but it's everything that people have. It's a public auction. They're going to have tractors and equipment and hay equipment, horse-drawn vehicles, kind of cool, shop equipment, tools, collectibles, household items, and more. Okay? So this is going to be a lot of fun. And if you've never been to an auction, you owe it to yourself to go to one. They are a lot of fun. So anyway, that's next Saturday, the 11th, all right? And you'll still have time to get back to Wilson's in Lincoln and buy something there too. So wilsonsauction.com on the web. They're very active on Facebook, so look up their Facebook page. And if you want to look at some of the pictures of the upcoming auction, some of the things they're going to have, you can see that at wilsonsauction.com on the web, okay? All right, 422-3454 is the phone number, 422-3454. You thought I was going to lose my concentration there. Anyway, what's the rest of the show going to be like? We have a lady named Marguerite. I hope I said it right. All right, Bricker. Going to be calling in about a big event. We're going to be talking to her about 8:35-ish, okay? Then, I don't know if we're going to play a game or if we're just going to give away stuff. I'm not sure what we're going to do. If you have any suggestions of what you'd like us to do in the last half hour of the show, send them to me on Facebook. Send me a note telling me what you would like us to do, if you would like us to give something away, if you want to call in, What do you want us to do with the last half hour? So keep that in mind. We got a little bit of time. We very seldom have any extra time, but today we have just a small window of time. I want to thank Kevin Short again. Kevin Short did a fantastic job last week with my show. I was gone. He was just phenomenal. He told me he would be. He said, Jim, I'll be like nothing you've ever had here before. I'll just be amazing. And he was absolutely that. So, Kevin, if you're listening, thank you very much. Mid-South Audio is the business he owns. They sell, they rent things, lighting, audio, sound, amplification, microphone, speakers, stages, platforms, whatever you may need. Kevin Short and Mid-South Audio can take care of your needs, whether you're an organization, whether you're putting on a one-time event, whether you're building a facility and you need, stuff wired and all the inside sound stuff done. He can help you in any way, shape, or form. It's Mid-South Audio, 856-6993, 856-6993. Tell him I sent you, and it's midsouthaudio.com, and like their Facebook page if you would. Now, it's Dover Downs weekend. It's the Bug and Bud Festival in Milford, Delaware. I think I'm going to go check that out. There is ball games going on everywhere, and I want to say a big thank you to all the people that help with all these little league teams and ball teams, the coaches and the parents and the people that work the concession stands and so on, all of you, everywhere. I'm involved with the Woodbridge one and the Greenwood one because I've got grandkids there in the Seaford one. So I'm just letting you know that there's a lot of people that work behind the scenes and give of their time and their talents and work with my grandkids. And I want to personally say thank you for the people that do this. I sure do appreciate what you do. Now, where am I on advertisers? I don't know. I've lost track already, by golly. But at 8:30, like right now, we're taking a break from the radio. So we're taking a break from the radio, but we're going to continue on the Facebook. So, Stacy, if you can get Colin's timer ready for his next segment. And we're going to talk about Walls Service Center here in just a minute or so. So anyway, we'll be right here on Facebook. Jim Weller, check it out. All right, so to the friends on Facebook, would you do me a favor and hit the share button, okay? And I cannot see all the comments. I cannot see all of the comments, but I just want to say hi to everybody, and I appreciate everybody that is watching on Facebook. And I was just thinking, I'm just going to see who's got a birthday today, if there's anybody I know having a Facebook page. Not having a Facebook page. Man, I cannot read and talk. I don't know what it is. I just can't do it. I can't even read and drive. I have so much trouble with the speed limit signs. I can't read and drive properly. So anyway, good morning to you and everybody out there. And I want to say thank you for watching the show. If you're ready, I'm ready to do Colin's spot. So this is going to be a Walls Service Center commercial, everybody. And Walls Service Center, you hear me talk about them week after week after week, and you say, Jim, how can you be so enthusiastic about having your automobile worked on? Well, let me tell you how come. I have numerous vehicles. What I like is I call them on the phone. I talk to Tracy, and I say, hey, I'd like to make an appointment. I'd like to get this done and get that done. She writes it down. Now, I usually drop my vehicles off, so I just put the key through the slot in the door, and then she'll call me up, and she'll say, okay, here's what we found. Here's what you're looking at to fix it. Would you like to proceed? And I'm like, sure, I'd be glad to. Or if I'm just getting an oil change or something like that, when I pick the car up, I got this checklist. Colin mentioned it earlier in the show where they check things. And things that matter to me are like, what kind of shape's my battery in? Okay, I mean, I know it's rectangular, but, you know, does it got much oomph to it? In other words, that's what they do. They hook a little thing to it and they test it, you know, to tell me what kind of shape my battery's in. How are my brakes? What kind of tread depth are on my tires? And do I have any belts or hoses that are, you know, about to explode or bust or anything like that? So what I'm saying is it's Walls Service Center. And I just like dealing with them. And why do I like dealing with them? Number one, I find their prices to be fair and honest. I've known Colin a long time. If they do the work, I know it's done right. They're not doing anything I don't authorize. They are knowledgeable of what parts to use and how to fix things. Many times I could tell Colin what's wrong, and he'll say, I'd like to look at it, but I'm pretty sure this is it. And that's just experience talking there. And then his son works there, Colin, and his other son, Jonathan. And they just, you know, it's a family environment and it's a family business, which means they have heart, they care. Where do you get that nowadays? Where do you get companies that care? Are you satisfied? Does your business matter? Do you matter? Walls Service Center cares about their customers. Locally owned and operated, downtown Milford, Walls Service Center, 220 Northeast Front Street. They will take good care of you. 422-8110. They are closed today. And if you're at the Bug and Bud Festival and you stop by Walls Service Center, take a selfie with their sign in the background and tag me in it if you would, and tag Colin in it also if you would. So good morning, good morning, good morning. We are on the Facebook side of things, so if you would hit the share button. I believe it's, yep, so I'm going to be with her in just a couple minutes if you could let her know. I want to wait till we come back on the radio, okay? So we're going to wait till we come back on the radio, just a couple more minutes, and we'll have her on. So just hang on the phone with me if you would. And if there's anybody out there watching or listening that has a great idea, idea of what we should do with a little extra time, we wouldn't mind listening to your idea as long as it doesn't take any effort or cost us any money, because we're just a lazy bunch. No, I'm just kidding with you. So for those watching on Facebook, thank you very much for doing that. If you would, in the comment section, tell me where you're at and what the temperature is. I'm always curious where some of my audience is from. And if you have never watched this show before and you're watching on Facebook, if you would put a comment saying, first time ever watching the show. I love it. I can't stand it. I can't stand not to love it, whatever the scenario is. We have a lot of fun. Just so you know, we are not paid actors. We are not paid professionals. We are just us. So, it is our show. We do it for the fun of it. We have some advertisers that benefit from it. We have different organizations that are on. So if you are involved in an organization that needs some type of promoting or publicity or anything like that, why don't you reach out and let me know and say, look, hey, Jim, we got something going on and we need to get the word out, and I will help you get the word out as best I can. All right. You can reach me by sending me an email to jim@wellers.com. A direct message on Facebook would be fine. So I'm just kind of waiting right now to go back on the radio. You say, what radio station? It's Delaware 1059. So we are live there, and we take a break at the top and the bottom of the hour on the radio side. But on the Facebook and the YouTube side, we never, ever stop talking. So the show is 2 hours long every Saturday morning. If you like it, please let us know that you like it. If there's something you'd like to see different, let us know that you'd like to see something different, okay? And we'll do our best to accommodate. We do it inside of a restaurant in Seaford. So we're literally sitting right here amongst all the people eating breakfast and so on and so forth. And it's called Smith's Cafe, and they sponsor the show. So we are here every week. If you want takeouts, if you want to dine in, it is a great place to get food. It's not just a cafe. It is a full-blown restaurant. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's called Smith's Cafe in Seaford. It's where the Food Line Shopping Center used to be. It's where the Delmarva Teen Challenge thrift store is. It's on one side, and then the restaurant is on the other side. Very clean, great wait staff, lots of booths. Great menu, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Like their Facebook page if you would. If you've never been here, check it out. All right, we are coming back on the radio, and then we are going to take a phone call, and we are going to talk about a big event going on here. And Colin, when I hear the music, can I go ahead and start my segment? Okay. All right, so let's go ahead with the phone call if we can. I didn't know if the music had to stop. Are you there?
I'm here.
All right, I need you to pronounce your name because I might have said it wrong.
Okay, well, legally, Jim, my name is Marguerite Bricker.
Okay.
And that's what I use on Facebook, but I'm actually Taffy from Oak Orchard.
Taffy, okay.
Taffy, like saltwater taffy.
Saltwater
that's my
taffy.
nickname, and that's
All right.
what I was been called.
All right. Well, Taffy, good morning to you. And
I am so grateful that you're letting me have this airtime to
good.
sort of promote our event here at that Crossroad Community Church.
Okay.
Which is right there on 18404 in
Yep.
Georgetown.
It's a wonderful church.
And it really is. And it's a huge church, but we have all these little different groups. It's ministries, and we call them cells.
Yes.
And I'm part of our garden cell.
Yep.
And what we do, obviously, we do things related to the garden. But every May, we have a May Fair, and it's open to the public. It's our outreach to the public, to families, to just bring your children, have a wonderful time. We have plants for sale. We have really neat gift ideas for Mother's Day that are garden themed. We have games for all of the kids, and every kid wins a prize, even if they're the shy kid that wants to hide behind mama. They're going to get a prize.
Okay.
And we have a puppet show that's put on by the Master Gardeners about Peter Rabbit running through the vegetable garden.
Okay.
And that's put on by the Master Gardeners of Delaware, and it's really neat. The kids they love it. They learn a lot. And just so much that's going on. We'll have food for sale. Hamburgers $1.50, hot dogs $1.
Does that hamburger come with a roll?
Oh, yes, hamburgers with a roll and all the condiments.
Wow.
And, again, fresh off the grill. They are being cooked right before your eyes.
Wow.
So you really can't beat it. It starts at 9. We close the games down at noon because we have the auction.
Okay.
And the auction is a lot of fun. We're auctioning off a lot of the gifts.
Okay.
You know, and again, it's an outreach for our ministry to the community to come on in right at Crossroad, bring the kids, and have just a wonderful time. It's so much fun.
It's right at the church?
Yes, it's right at the plants are usually outside. The plant sale is usually, we set that up on tables outside.
Okay.
But as soon as you walk right in, right there at the Welcome Center is where the show is going to be with Peter Rabbit. And then inside the meeting room, which is right next to that, is where we have the games. And
Okay.
it's just, Jim, it's so much fun, and the kids would really love it. It's
This is next Saturday?
game.
Is it next
It is
Saturday?
on Saturday. Yeah, next Saturday.
May 11th.
Starts at 9, and it will end at noon because we start the auction right at noon.
All right. Now, at the auction, can you bid all you want, or do you limit the amount people can spend?
Oh, no, you can bid anything you want.
Okay. All
Just
right.
not your relatives. We really,
Okay.
they're welcome to come to church, but we don't want
Hey.
them in the kitty.
I think I was there last year, and a lady bought a plant. I could have swore it was a popcorn plant. I can't remember. Debbie Short bought this plant, and I was at her house for a dinner function recently, and I saw that plant. And
It could be. We have all kinds of. One of the things I was going to bring today as a visual was a planter that's inside like a hollowed out child's chair, and it was chocolate mint with
Really?
alyssum. Just all
Okay.
kinds of different plants, and very, very reasonably priced.
is there a Facebook page just for the garden sale, or do people?
No, there's
okay,
not.
but we can look up Crossroad Community Church just to learn about the church. I realize they're celebrating their 16th anniversary.
16th, yes, and Tim Delina is going to be our featured speaker this weekend. I'm really excited because he's a huge part of Teen Challenge.
Yes.
Which is where you are right now.
Yep,
Cafe.
it is.
And he's a wonderful speaker. If he doesn't motivate you, I don't know who can. He's truly
Right.
a man of God.
Now, I want to ask, next Saturday when they bring the kids, is there a charge for this?
Absolutely not. It is free. Just come on down and have a wonderful time. The charge is, if you buy food or if you buy,
Right,
a
right.
plant or gift.
But I meant the
But
games
no.
and the whatever you do with the kids is no charge.
The games, the puppet show, just to come in and be a part of the auction. The auction is always so much fun, even if you don't buy anything.
It's fun to watch. It's
It
feisty. I like to use the word feisty. So
Yes.
all right,
We ought to get
so-
you as an auctioneer one of these years.
maybe we'll see. But I love Crossroad Community Church. Good people. I support them wholeheartedly. This is a great family event. Whether you go to church there, or all you need to do is just have kids or grandkids and make plans to attend this event. Starting, I believe you said 9:00 next Saturday morning.
Yes, it is open. It's our outreach program to the public. Just come on down and have a wonderful time.
And it's rain or shine, correct?
Rain or shine, yes, because most of it we have planned to have most of it inside, except the plant sale. Then they're underneath the, I don't want to say carport, but
I know what you mean.
The overhang
Right.
out front of the church.
And I hope you're feeling better.
Say, I have asthma, and it just rears its ugly head every once in a while. So,
Okay.
But thank you so much, Jim. I appreciate the time, and please, everybody, come on down and have a great time.
All right. Thank you very much, Taffy. Have a good weekend. God bless you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Bye. All right, so there it is. Next Saturday. What a great family-friendly environment. You know what I mean? Take the kids, take the grandkids. You're not going to spend no money unless you buy some food, in other words. But it's a good thing, and stay for the auction and have some fun. The auction, I believe she said, was at noon, and it is feisty. It's a feisty time. I wanted to buy that popcorn plant, but I thought, boy, Kevin Short, Debbie Short, they'd be upset with me, so I stood down. I let her have it, Right, that was wisdom. And I thought I was going to die anyway. And next thing you know, I'm at her house and it's living. All right, want to mention one more sponsor, Jerry Santoro. People say Jerry Santoro does it all. Jerry Santoro does it all. Jerry's Lawn Care, JLC-LLC.com. Man, he has got mulch, $15 a yard. I got a beautiful load of mulch. Delivery is included as long as it's local. If it's a little further, he'll charge you a little extra. I bought 10 yards, so I got, $150 worth of mulch, and it's a big pile, and Denise is steady putting it out. Not only does he have mulch, he does tree work. Man, you can look around and you see limbs hanging and trees leaning, and if you want them cut down, trimmed up, stumps dug up, ground up, whatever you may need, Jerry Santoro can help you out. Lawn care needs, naturally, he does that. He puts in irrigation systems, too. He clears lots. There's just not much that he doesn't do. So if you need any help with anything and you're not even sure if Jerry does it, estimates are free. He's a great guy. He's a good talker. And you give him a call. He's an owner-operator. You'll be dealing with him. So it's Jerry Santoro, JLC-LLC.com. Phone number, are you ready? 302-363-6025. 363-6025. Give him a call. Tell him I sent you. He'll take good care of you. And whatever you need done, he'll either do it or tell you that he can't. It's that simple. All right. The next person I'm going to talk to, her name is Stacy, and she goes best by Stacy. And she helps me out behind the scenes on many things. She works with our Weller Does Delmarva Facebook page, and she does some boosts and posts and things like that, even for Weller's Utility Trailers. And how you doing?
Great.
And today, she's not a morning person.
No, I'm not.
Okay. What time does your morning start? About noon?
No, it's not that
Okay.
bad.
But
Usually 7.
All right.
But I don't really like to get
rolling. You don't want all this pressure of this show so early in the morning. But Katie took the day off, so Stacy graciously said, yes, I'll do it now. She did good. So let's talk about Seth. Seth went out of town. What did he do, and why did he leave town?
He is in California right
This is
now.
your 18-year-old?
He's
17? Wait a minute. I thought he was a senior.
No, he's just
He's
a
not a
junior.
senior?
No, he's just a
Holy
junior.
mackerel.
He turned 17 July, so.
Okay, all right. He's 16 years old, all right. He's a nice-looking young man for 16 years old. All right, so he's in what school? Delmar School.
Yeah.
And what did he do?
Business Professionals of America. A lot of kids from Delmar got an opportunity to submit their projects or contests that they have.
Amongst other schools nationwide.
Yes. He got second. His group got second for the state of Delaware, which qualified him to go to California, Anaheim, California.
You were excited about this.
Yes.
Let my little boy go away.
Yeah. Yeah. Real excited. Real excited. And
Is this his first time out of Sussex County?
no, he went to Texas last year for
That's
the
right,
same
he
group.
did, didn't he?
Yeah. He's become
When does it end?
I don't know.
You are going to freak out when he goes overseas. He'll be on a missions trip or something. So, wow.
Yeah. But,
right.
they've done very well. I mean, it's exciting, but from what I understand, there's a lot of students from a lot of the area schools that qualified to go. Sussex Central. I know they had 3 students.
Wow, very good.
So it's quite impressive.
And this is a big honor.
Yeah, it's a
as a parent, as a student, as a teacher.
It's a great learning opportunity, too, because just for public speaking, because I know for his group, they had to kind of do something with a nonprofit, kind of implement it here and describe it,
There.
when they got there.
Okay.
And it was, their particular project was about every child should have a book because it's the foundation for... self-esteem, learning, they had a whole list. But it's good public speaking for them when they get into other aspects
The real
of
world.
Yeah,
the real world. All right. And did your daughter go on trips like this too? Or is this
she was more into softball. I mean, she was second in her class, so she
that's
had
right.
she did really well
Right.
in school. But they didn't
She didn't travel. So
She
this
didn't
is
do the
why you're
business.
so motherly over all this. In
Yeah,
other
I'm
words,
not-
your
not
little
used
boy
to it.
leaving town.
Yeah, I'm not used to
Big
it.
deal, everybody.
Yeah, it's not. He's got, of course, he's got some heart issues too. So,
Right.
you know, it's
Right.
kind of,
You're worried.
you know, let's take your chart with you. You know?
Right. and Mom will stay right by the phone.
So it's all
right.
good though. God's got him.
Yep. So what do you got going on? Anything new?
No, just Facebook's made some more changes.
No, you don't say.
Yeah, you stay busy with that.
Are you looking for any customers?
Yeah,
or you don't?
I am
Okay.
actually looking for customers.
All right. What's your business called?
Trinity Social
Media?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure you remembered. All right. And
Sometimes.
so describe what you could do for a business. Like, you know, I know a few businesses that you help them. So what could you do for a business? So somebody's watching and listening, and maybe they're a little older like me, and they say, I don't understand Facebook, but I understand the value of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's a lot of aspects to it. You know, a lot of people don't even know what to put.
Okay.
That's also, you know, so you kind of get it like a little schedule for the month and
that's what
give
you
them
would do
content.
for somebody.
Yeah. Give them
You would-
content, and of course, you know, you look at the times that their audience is online and post it during that time, so it gets the most reach.
Okay.
Now there's groups.
And
that they're
you
really trying to-
analyze it all for them,
Oh
too.
yeah, I
So-
spend hours looking at numbers. I do. I spend a lot of hours looking at numbers.
And you're very affordable.
Yes.
I mean, could I say for $150 a month you could help somebody?
Yeah, for a small business, yeah.
Okay, so how much is that? That's $37.50 a week.
Yeah.
But you don't want to work by the week. What you're saying is,
Yeah, I don't
you
wanna
want somebody
work
to
by- yeah.
hire you for at least 6 months or a
Yeah,
year, you know,
absolutely.
and give you a chance to. But what I'm saying is, it's not $1,000 a month, but they could spend $1,000 a month depending on what they want.
Yeah, it depends on what they need.
Right. But
you
I know a
ju-
couple people you're helping.
Yes.
And,
I got a
um,
couple businesses.
Right,
That
and
I
you're
help.
not breaking the bank, so.
No,
In other
no.
words.
And it's fun, and it allows me to, you know, work at home and be there
Right.
for my family. So
Because you're a grandmom now.
I am a grandma.
Did that make you feel older?
Nah.
Didn't bother you at all?
No, not at all.
Well, good. It's a real bright spot, isn't it?
Yes, I got him one day a week.
Okay.
But you know, it's fun.
And as
It's
you
fun.
get better, they'll let you have him more?
No, I just want him one day a week. That's enough.
Well, good job. Good job.
I'm still raising my one.
Okay. All right.
So, but
All right.
it's
So,
good.
if somebody wanted to communicate with you, how do they say, hey, I'd like you to tell me, what would you charge me to help my business? Because what you would do is, what I want to make sure people know, if she helps you with Facebook, she would do the post for you.
Yes.
She would even reply to them if you want. If somebody has a question or whatever, she'll monitor it to whatever degree, or she'll step back, whatever way you want to go, one way or the other.
You know, there's sometimes like there's been a couple incidents that, you know, I didn't know how to respond.
Right.
And of course, I have everybody that I manage, I have their cell phone numbers and
Right.
things like that. So, you know, you just take a snapshot and how would you
Say,
like me
what-
to proceed or something like that. And then I have one that they just want to email.
Right.
You know, if I got questions. But
Okay.
for the most part, I'm always able to answer them. I think, you know, 9 times out of 10, I can figure.
Right. And
figure
this
it
is
out.
her. This is her entire team. So in other
Yeah.
words, you know, if you meet her and there's a good chemistry and you like, she doesn't just pawn it off to somebody else. You're the one who takes care of it.
No, because you're taking over somebody's page. You
Right.
are just, you know, you're the girl in the background or guy, whoever's
Right.
doing it. You're that person in the background, and you know, to relinquish that to somebody else, you're really taking a risk on.
I agree.
On opening yourself in your business up
Makes you
to somebody.
vulnerable.
Yes, and I just rather handle it myself and.
You know what you got. She's
Yes.
trustworthy. I'm saying she's trustworthy.
I
I've
don't wanna-
known her for a few years now. So, all right. How do they communicate to you?
They could just call me on my cell, 443-359-1735.
One more time, a little slower. 443.
443-359-1735. Or they can find me on Facebook under Trinity Social Media.
Okay. I have something I need you to try to remember. I think the Delaware State Police Museum wanted to know if I could do the show up there. Could you reply to them and let them know that I'm kind of under contract here and I can't do it up there?
Okay.
There's evidently a message somewhere on Weller Does Delmarva,
Okay.
if you would. Okay?
Sure.
All right, I'm going to let you go. Is that okay?
Yes.
And thank you very much. And I'm going to finish out the show from here. And what is next is Dry Zone. I just want to talk about Dry Zone. I forgot. They are a great supporter of the show. They have been with me from the very get-go. I love dealing with Dry Zone. I have dealt with them on encapsulation. I have dealt with them on electrical work. I have dealt with them on leveling up a house and other projects. DryZone.com is a website that you can learn lots and lots and lots of things about Dry Zone and the services they provide. They are locally owned, locally operated. They know what they're doing. They stand behind what they do. They have great warranties. Their warranties are transferable. And they're always training upon training upon training their people, always using new products, new ideas. When they come to you, an estimate's free, but they have a solution. When they leave you, you know if you want them to do it, they know what they're doing and they'll get it right, okay? Everybody and their brother seems to be jumping into this encapsulation business, but there is only one Dry Zone, and there's only one company that does it like Dry Zone does. That's DryZone.com. 302-684-5034, 684-5034. Estimates are free. Locally owned, locally operated, good, honest people, always looking for more employees. So if you're looking for a career change, check them out. And other than that, I wanted to say thank you to Dry Zone for supporting the show. Now, we are in Smith's Cafe, which is where we do the show. They sponsor the show. We thank them for that. I want to thank all the different guests I had on today. We've had a good time. I want to thank my audience for tuning in and all the different advertisers that advertise on the show. Weller's Utility Trailers is open for sure right now. So if you need to get yourself a kayak for the weekend, $137 will get you a brand new sit-in or sit-on kayak, your choice, and it includes a paddle. Grab it and go. You can use it within minutes of buying it as soon as you get to the water, okay? You don't have to tag them. You don't have to register them. They're great exercise, great family time. Most people do buy a couple of them at one time, and if you happen to need a trailer to haul them in or on, we can hook you up with that also. We had a nice zero-turn mower for sale. We sold that thing real quick. We are selling out of the golf carts, and we are selling out of the golf carts. So if you want a golf cart, we've got a few left. They are bargain priced. Financing is available if you need that. So if you want a golf cart, we can hook you up there. We are liquidating our kayaks and we are liquidating our generators. So those are things that we have just decided we're not going to continue to sell. The only problem is we own enough of them that we could be another year or two getting rid of them all. But we are going to focus on trailers, sheds, chicken coops, carports, gazebos, swing sets, dog kennels. That's what we're going to focus on. Okay, we know what we're doing. We would do it well. And the trailer business, we are pretty much the largest in the area. We sell a lot of trailers. People come to us. They want input. They want advice. They want to make sure it's the right trailer. We offer warranty work. We have a full service shop. We can tune your trailer up if need be. We have tires and wheels, or just wheels, whatever you may need there. If you own a trailer, travel trailer, or utility trailer, and your tires are more than 3 years old, they pretty much are fatigued or dry rotted enough that they should be replaced. Because when a trailer tire blows out, it ends up tearing the side of the trailer up or tearing up the fender. They make a mess. So if your tires are more than 3 years old, you might want to consider replacing them, okay? So we have stuff on sale all the time. You can learn a lot about Wellers at Wellers.com. That's not Wheelers. There's no H in there. It's WELLERS.com. I want to say thank you again to my audience that watches and listens to this show. I would love some feedback. If you're watching on Facebook and you could do me a favor, take a selfie right now. Evelyn is watching on YouTube. Thank you so much, Evelyn. It's much more comfortable to watch on YouTube. You can sit back in the recliner and so on. But I just want to say, if you could take a selfie and tag me in it of you watching the show. That would be kind of cool too. But we do this show every Saturday. If you want to come down some Saturday morning, have breakfast, come over and sit down with me and do a breakfast review, I'll buy your breakfast, okay? I'll at least give you a $10 gift card to Smith's anyway towards your breakfast. So it's Weller Does Delmarva. It's a Saturday morning show from 7 to 9. It's a nice show. I love it. I love doing it. I hope you love it. And I'd love some feedback if so. And if you got something you don't quite like about the show, I've been really criticized and over time of talking over people. In other words, and I'm trying so hard not to do that, okay? But when I have people up here, it's just I can just tell what they want to say, and I just want to say it for them. I can't stop long enough. So that is one of my biggest things that I'm working on. And if you go back 2 or 3 years at some of the shows, you will say, my gosh, Jim, you've come 1,000,000 miles, but you've got 1,000,000 miles more to go. So anyway, Billy's back at the radio station. We thank him for all his help back there. And if you know of a radio station for sale, or you're listening and you own one and you want to sell it to me, just give me a call. We could make a deal today and be done with it. But anyway, it's Weller Does Delmarva on Delaware 105.9 on YouTube. We thank all of the folks back at YouTube. We know they're sitting there at YouTube Central. They watch the show to make sure we get it right. I can always tell they're there if I play music I'm not supposed to. So anyway, I could tell they're paying attention. But we thank YouTube. We thank Facebook. We thank Delaware 105.9. Colin, the second, is over here. He's a big help. Sean is over here. He is studying something. I can't tell if he's taking a test. But anyway, everybody works behind the scenes, does a great job. We got Sean. We've got Colin the second. We had Colin here earlier. We have got Stacy today. Katie, if you're listening, we missed you. It was different without you. We won't tell you how different, but it was just different without you now. We miss her. So thanks, everybody. Thanks for the people that called in. And again, if you ever want to be on this show, if you ever want to purchase advertising, if you are an automobile dealer and you want to swap a vehicle for some advertising, I would like to do that, okay? And other than that, I think that's about it. I'm winding down. I can hear the music in my head. So thank you, everybody. Have a good, safe weekend. God bless you. Don't forget the Greenwood barbecue chicken is ready. Okay? If you haven't had any this year, go get it now because they always sell out. I'll see you. Goodbye.